All right, Shalom. First and foremost, giving all honor, praises, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rechaha Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. And peace, love, salutations, and blessings to the Lord's elect. This is the brother Yeshaya, part of Men of Valor, South Carolina. This lesson right here is going to be, it may be kind of controversial to the ones that are spiritual minded. Okay, and by controversial, I mean it might ruffle some feathers if it's taken out of context. And this lesson is basically going to be about you can do all the videos in the world and still not be right. Okay, you can do all the videos in the world and still not be right, because we recently had class the other day, and this is not a video to the brother that made this that made this comment by any means. It just sparked it because I know and through my years of being in this thing, my few years of being in this thing, I've seen brothers that wasn't right, but they had all the lessons. They were always at camp, but then the Lord just weeded them out because in their heart that wasn't right. Okay, they were doing things behind closed doors, okay, that brothers ain't know about, and the Lord put it on the forefront, man. Okay, so without further ado, I don't want to ramble too long. This is the book of Luke, chapter 18 and verse 10. I'm gonna start at 9. And he spake this parable unto certain which trusted in themselves that they were righteous and despised others. Okay, so I'm gonna stop it right there. Just because and I'm including myself because I teach through the Spirit and power of the Lord. On the highways and byways. Doing my lessons and stuff like that. Okay. Yeah, you can't look down on someone that isn't teaching. Okay, and one of the brothers made a comment about the elect only being 144,000, but that's not really the case. The elect is the 1/3 remnant as well. Okay, let me go to that. This is the book of Romans, chapter 11, verse 4. But what saith the answer unto Yahweh? By Hashem Yahweh Shai unto him. Well, what saith the answer unto God unto him? I reserve to myself 7,000 men, okay, and a complete number in the thousands. This is the 144,000 who have not bowed the knee to the image Baal. Verse 5. Even so then at this present time also there is a remnant according to the election of grace. Okay, so you have a 1/3 remnant, okay, as well. Not just, the 144,000. Okay, you got men, women, and children that are part of the 1/3 remnant that probably haven't taught, a scripture in their life. Okay, you got ones that's going to wake up at the end. You got ones that's destined to be saved that's going to be infants. What about them? Okay, so you can't think and you can't get high-minded and heady because the Lord, put on you the spirit to teach. And hey, you never know. All right, hey, the scriptures say many are called, but few are chosen. We don't know that we're chosen, so that's why you always got to have a level of humility, all right, and also follow what the Lord say. By saying that only the ones that teach are the elect is not the case. Okay, you got brothers that's teaching, and one of the elders made a good point. You got brothers that's teaching, this thing, all right, diligent from the outside, okay, but on the inward parts, hey, they're not good, man. All right, they're not doing something right, but because you got some people that are just like that. Some people that just can like crank out a video, just turn on the camera and talk, or do this and do that, okay, and then go back to doing what the fuck they was doing, some wicked ass shit, man. All right, now, hey, the Lord doesn't automatically weed them brothers out, so you might like the brother, you might love the brother. Okay, but then as time goes on, you're gonna start seeing patterns, start seeing things, and and things are gonna start happening to a brother. You're gonna be like, why is that happening to him? He's on fire, he's diligent. What's going on? Okay, we all go through stuff, but then ultimately you see and find out that he wasn't right, and he bugs out. All right, we got many examples, man. All right, one of the most famous ones was Element. Okay, the former head of Dallas. Okay, he was bumping shoulders with the apostles at one point, man. Now he called himself Grumpy Knuckles, and he got dreads and shit. Smoking, man. Malak Shar. Okay, I hate saying his name. It's like Beetlejuice. You say his name, he gonna make a video on your ass. But now I don't know what he doing. He dyed his hair green. Now he's he go by Mike Venus or some shit like that, doing rock music and making beats and shit. He was once a great teacher and was on fire, but inwardly he was not right. And I'm just saying, and I say all that to say this, I'm not saying that the videos are not that important. The videos are very important. The videos are integral, and we were, for the most part, as part of our ability, supposed to be, doing a video a day if we can. Okay, sometimes it's not gonna happen. Okay, that's cool. You brush the scriptures say a wise man falls 7 times. Just get back up and keep going. Repent and do the first works. But I'm just saying, to the ones that's constantly, uploading vids and that's not right, don't look down on someone. And even for brothers that just show up to camp, like you show up to camp, you at camp every week or whatnot, every other week, whatever. You at camp. There's an 11-man camp, 5-man camp, 12-man camp. And you always you just sitting around not doing nothing, but you say, hey, I went to camp, but I ain't do nothing during the week, was bullshitting, and you think just going to camp and standing around and not being active in the lesson or in the camp, ain't even bring out a precept, ain't even read, but you better than someone that the Lord didn't put the unction on or didn't call, to do this work. It don't work like that, man. All right, we got to have a level of humility about ourselves, and with that, it's self-examination, So going back to the book of Luke 18:10. 2 men went up into the temple to pray, the one a Pharisee and the other a publican. The Pharisee stood and prayed this with himself: God, I thank thee that I am not as other men are, extortioners, unjust, adulterers, or even as this publican. So he was looking down at this man like, hey, this is be symbolic for someone that knows the truth, knows the gospel, is doing this and doing that, but it's something not right with him. It's something not right. Okay. I fast twice in the week. I give tithes of all that I possess. So there's the works. Okay. Fasting twice a week, tithes, everything. Okay. And the publican standing afar off would not lift up so much as his eyes unto heaven. So he was in a very humble state, but smote upon his breast and showing, oh man, see, that's showing humility. And when you smote yourself, it's like you feeling bad, man. Okay. Saying, God be merciful to me, a sinner. And that's all he needed. I tell you, this man went down to his house justified rather than the other. For everyone that exalted himself shall be abased, and he that humbled himself shall be exalted. So there you go. Okay. Come on, man. And as a spirit, I didn't even I didn't even know that this was in there, but it talks about infants, man. You gonna have infants that's saved, man. What about your children? Okay, for because some brothers really do have a mind state that only the elect is the only ones that's teaching. No, man, there's a 1/3 remnant. And it's men, women, and children, including infants, man. And they brought unto him also infants that's the spirit. And they brought unto him also infants that he would touch them. But when disciples saw it, they rebuked them. But Yahushua called unto him and said, suffer little children to come unto me and forbid them not, for of such is the kingdom of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Verily I say unto you, whosoever shall not receive the kingdom of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua as a little child shall in no wise enter therein. So the Lord did a dynamic on that one, man. Okay, showing the infant body. Okay, he didn't do no works, drooling on himself, crying, probably used the bathroom on himself and everything. Okay, but that was elect. You see. And he even had to rebuke the disciples, say, hey, suffer not the little children to come to me, man, because you're going to have men, women, and children. That's part of the elect, okay? And you yourself, and me included. I don't even know if I'm part of the elect. Lord willing, I be a part of the elect. But you can't just say the elect all the time. Brothers always use, oh, the elect, the elect. Man, you don't even know if you a part of. It's great to push the elect, but don't go in the spirit of you the elect and you looking down on everybody else. That's what I meant to say. Matthew 22:14. For many are called, but few are chosen. Come on, man. So there are many fashions in this truth, man. Okay, there are many camps. Okay, you know, one I subscribe to and you know, spiritually a part of Great Millstone. All right, Men of Valor. You know, which is the actual name of my camp. All right, and you know, you got other camps, IUIC, WFI, that be going off. They be going slap off, man. But just because they're a part of that doesn't mean that there isn't the elect inside of that. All right, you ever heard of what? The diamond in the dirt? All right, rose that grew from concrete. So you can't just think that you know it all, that you are the elect and you know who the elect is, because you yourself don't even know who the elect is, man. All right. Let's go to the book of Matthew chapter 15. I don't want to make this long. It's just something that was on my spirit. Matthew 15 and let's go with that. Ye hypocrites, when did Isaiah prophesy of you, saying, this people draweth nigh unto me with their mouth and honoreth me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. So you can turn the camera on. You can do this and do that. You can act like, because you got some brothers that's good actors. You got some brothers, some good actors, and I've seen it. Great actors. You think they're the most charitable brother. They always there for you. They constant with the vids. They constant at camp. They bringing it out. But then slowly but surely, they just started dwindling down. Something happened. You be like, wait, hold on. That brother, all right. And then also, look, you can be on fire for wickedness' sake. Okay? You got certain camps that are on fire, 4 videos a day. And I ain't taking nothing away from the videos. Don't get me. That's why I said I don't want this to be misconstrued. All right, because the videos are important. The videos are integral. You got to do the vids to stay in the spirit, to please the Lord, to feed his sheep, feed his lamb daily in the temple. Sheep eat every day. Right? We went through this. We go through this. All right. So I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, you got certain brothers, okay, or certain niggas that's in the truth, that's masters brothers, that from the outside looking in, you can't tell that that's a nigga. Like, man, he is doing his thing, blah, blah, blah. But it's going to be something that's going to happen, especially if you close to him. It's going to be something. And the Lord is going to show their true colors, man. Okay? And that's that form. You draw, and, it goes for the Christians and stuff like that. And the ones that say they love God and Jesus or whatnot. But more overly, you can use this and apply this to brothers or brothers that's in the truth. Okay? You got to prove a friend, man. All right. So, yeah, let's go to the book of Matthew. What's that in 7? Yeah. This is Matthew 7:21. Yeah, I'm gonna start at 21. Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven. And when you go into that, it doesn't talk about a Christian saying, oh, I believe in the Lord. I believe in the Lord, Jesus, the Lord God. Nah, man. This is talking about actual men, Hebrew Israelites that know that they were Israelites, calling actually on the name of Yahweh and Yahweh Shah, man. Okay? Yeah, back to it. Even, yes, Slaki, verse 21. Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven. Okay, so you got to do it. You got to show it by your actions, man. Okay, and that goes into the point that I'm proving that I'm not taking away from the videos. Okay, I'm saying that you can't look down on someone because they're not teaching, and also you can't overlook a brother's faults and flaws. And I ain't talking about, I'm like little minor flaws and stuff. I'm talking about, oh, he's shiesty, he moving crazy over here, but he doing his thing. He's on fire. He's fervent, but he's not. He stole the shit from me, man. He trying to do this, he do that. He not moving. You know what I'm saying? And we seen many examples like that. I know the elders and apostles. They've seen hundreds. I've seen tens, and you know, in my tens, you know. But I know the apostles seen hundreds and thousands, man. All right. And I hope this point is coming through clear. Um, but a corrupt tree bring Slaki, I keep going on to that, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven. All right. Many will say to me in that Lord, 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 have we not prophesied in thy name? So it's gonna come a day. It's gonna come straight up to that day. Oh, you've been using the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, doing the works, blah 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 blah. But you wasn't right. You wasn't right, dog, and that ain't enough to get you to the kingdom. Okay, if it was that easy, it would be that easy, you know. But it's coupled with the. That's why faith and the works is important. And first and foremost, you just got to be out of the elect. All right, the elect that the Lord has chosen. I ain't talking about the elect. I'm talking about the elect that the Lord has chosen, man. All right, from the foundations of the earth to make it, not because right now you have the oil, so you think you the elect. You know you the elect. No, we don't know that. Nobody knows that, man. So you got to be humble in this thing. Many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have not we prophesied in thy name? Okay. And in thy name have thou cast out devils, and in thy name done many wonderful works. And then will I profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity. So it's gonna, man, I'm telling you, so you gotta be writing this thing, and sometimes thinking that you got it just because you can understand some scriptures, okay, and then brothers like you and stuff. Now you doing whatever you want. You think you part in the world, you can do this and do that. You can nah, man. And the Lord will find you out, okay, and show you in front of the congregation as an open shame, man. All right. And this ain't toward anybody. Like I said, it's just something that was on my spirit. 1 Timothy 3 and 4. One that ruleth well his own house, having his children in subjection with all gravity. For if a man know not how to rule his own house, how shall he take care of the church of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua? So you got to know you got to have your household in check. Not only your your household, your house. Okay, you got women, children, or whatnot. Your body. Okay, abstain from certain things. If you know that drinking is a thing, like we all have our vices, man. But you got to work on them, and you got to pray to the Lord, and He will help you with them. But if not, you think you got it all just because you know some scriptures. Hey, you in for a rude awakening, my friend. All right, not a novice, lest being lifted up with pride, he follow into the condemnation of the devil. So there you go, man. That pride demon, man. You just don't think you got it. And I'm talking first and foremost to myself. I don't know if Lord willing, I have it. I'm just keep fighting until to the end. All right, or till the Lord show me otherwise, man. That's the only thing we can do. James 2:17. Even so, faith, if it have not works, is dead, being alone. So, if you are righteous, and if you're sincere, let's say sincere, because none of us are really righteous. Let's say sincere. You're going to be doing the work. Okay, so I'm not taking away from that aspect. I'm just saying there's brothers that's amongst us right now that are currently brothers that you can't tell what they're doing behind closed doors. That definition of what integrity is, what you do when no one is watching. Okay. So it's easy to seem like the Hebrew of Hebrews when you turn that camera on. It's easy to seem like the Hebrew of Hebrews when you out at camp or when you're around brothers. But what you doing when it's just you and the Lord? Because the Lord is always present. So what you doing? Come on, man. This the last one. Like I said, I didn't want to make this too long. This is the book of Luke, chapter 12, and verse 2. For there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, neither hid that shall not be known. So there you go. Okay, whatever is going on with brothers, including myself. If I'm moving funny, the Lord gonna show that. Okay. So I'm first and foremost talking to myself, but if brothers is moving funny, even though from the outside looking, from the outside they, everything is cool. They can be the most charismatic brother, okay, but you're not right, and it'll be small telltale signs that you just got to look past, just liking a brother for being a brother, but actually scrutinizing and like looking at and being rational, like, okay, well, yeah, he cool, but that wasn't cool what you did. You know what I'm saying? And we all mess up and we all have our vices and we're not perfect, but hey, it's certain telltale signs that you like, all right, man, hold on, you're not moving right. All right. And the Lord's gonna reveal that in due time. So that's it. Um, Lord willing, it was edifying, giving all honor, praises, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Reha Wadash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders, the great millstone, peace, love, salutations, and blessings to the elect. Till next time, shalom.